there are two versions of us, two men inside of you. And the one that you give the control to, the one who you let come out and run the day, run your habits, run your programming, run your life, is the one that will dictate who you become and how your life plays out. You have the boss man and you have the weak bitch. The weak version of you wants to take the easy way out. Wants to sleep in. He wants to watch TV. He wants to order that pizza. Grab a bottle of wine. Wants to kick back. He doesn't want to work out today. He wants to skip it. He wants to, not put in the work. Not do what is required. Just kick back and chill. And then you have the boss. The boss wants to go to fucking war. He wants to go to work. He wants to take on insurmountable challenges and come out victorious. He wants to face them head on and discover who he truly is in those darkest moments. That's the man that you want in control. That's the man you want running your life. And at every choice, at every moment, these two are going to have a discussion. They're going to have a debate. They're going to have a fight. And the one that you choose more frequently will be the one that runs your life, that comes in and makes the decisions. The problem is that for most people, they've spent so long choosing the weak version of themselves, giving in to their, easiest and most basic impulses, choosing what is simple and easy every single time, that version of you runs the day, runs everything that you do, and is deeply, deeply in charge. He's domineering. He's the one who is not going to take shit from the boss. The boss is weak and timid and pathetic. Well, what if we went and worked out today? No, shut up, bitch. It's literally that kind of thing. And I've seen people have these discussions of, maybe I should work out. And you can see this internal debate that goes, not today. Nah, I'm good. Don't want to do that. And for as long as the weak and easy path is the one that you constantly choose, it's the one that you feed and prop up and allow to make the decisions, your life is not going to be the one you want to do. It is not going to be the life that you are after. It is not going to have the outcomes that you are chasing. You cannot change your life and where you're currently at for as long as you are constantly giving in to the weakest version of you. The one that is always choosing the easiest way out. You cannot reach the point where you're going to be happy with your life. It's impossible. So we need to start propping up the boss. We need to start giving him the power. And consistently, to the point where he gets pissed off when the weak version of you even talks. When that voice in your head's like, we could skip the workout today. No one would fucking know. You just need to backhand that version of you. You need to just been slapped down and told, fuck no. You cannot give in to that voice. You cannot let that version of you even get a moment in. You cannot get a word out. Because I guarantee you that weak version of you is a silver-tongued fox that he can convince you to do fucking anything. But you have to build up the boss. You have to build him up so that he is in control. He is the one running the fucking show. And he is the one showing up day in, day out and making those calls for you. Because you know that you can do more. You know that you can be more. You know that you should be more and do more. You just have to start fucking acting like it. You need to start stepping up and making those hard choices. And you need to start your day with something difficult. You need to start your day with overcoming something and just squashing that bitch voice in your head from the get-go, from those opening moments. And the second your alarm goes off and you roll out of bed, go do something that is going to challenge you, that is going to make you uncomfortable. Now, the simplest answer, if you have access to it, is an ice bath. You start your day with an ice bath, you roll out of bed, and that's literally what you start your day with. You know that you're going to be kicking your day in the right direction. You know that you're going to be hitting a banger straight off the bat. Because if you can overcome that, if you can sit in an ice bath for 3 minutes straight off the bat after a warm, cozy bed, you're a fucking animal. There is nothing that you can't take on after that. Now, not everyone has that at the capacity. Maybe you can go work out. Maybe you can go smash a workout. Or even if it's just a cold shower. Something like that. Something that you find demonstrably uncomfortable, that is going to challenge you and is going to push you outside your comfort zone. Start there. Start your day that way. Because when you start your day the right way and you set the tone for it and you set yourself up on that right version of yourself, things are going to get better. Your day is going to go the right way. But if you start your day with scrolling on social media, rolling over and picking up your phone, seeing what everyone said, checking your emails, checking your socials, all that kind of stuff, and then you pot it down to the kitchen and, whatever you may be doing. If you're just starting in sedation, in easy and comfortable, straight off the bat, that's the tone you're setting for the day. Think about the thoughts that you're thinking. Think about the choices that you're making. Think about the way that you start your day on and how that then causes it to flow. You have the options. You have the control. You can make better choices from the get-go. And if you start off on the right foot, you're gonna let it flow from there. And at any point, you can shift the state back into boss mode. You can shift that state back into, the hardest version of you by doing something that gets you uncomfortable. Feel yourself slipping, quick, change your state, do a workout. Even if it's just 5 minutes, just a really quick, hardcore, 20 squats, 20 push-ups, 20 lunges, 20 crunches, 30-second plank, whatever it may be, something to push you and get your heart rate up and break that cycle and get you back into that mode. But don't let it continue. Don't let it keep moving forward, especially with all those things that are habit and they're rituals and those kinds of things. And I get the question, and they're like, well, what if you're, a busy man, a father, those kinds of things? You still have options. I sleep in the same bed as my son. So he usually wakes me up in the morning well before my alarm goes off. So we get up and we have a shower. And every day I start my day with a cold shower. Yeah, he's around. He's right there. I still am having a cold shower. I'm starting the day with that. I've introduced it to my kids already. My daughter fucking loves it. She jumps around like a maniac. She thinks a cold shower is the greatest thing, and she's just like daddy. Again, it comes to influence and how you're influencing them. But I make that decision. I don't have much time. I get up, I get my kids organized, I have a shower, I get dressed, I go to work. I'm at work by 7 o'clock at the latest. We get the day going. I still have those options to get uncomfortable. So every single day, no matter what, I have a cold shower. I prefer it if I can have the entirety of a cold shower, but my son doesn't always give me that option. But I get in and do something to start my day the right way. Then at the first available break in my schedule, I work out. I push myself. I either go for my weighted walk and I absolutely thrash it, or I do my weight training. One of the two. And I'm setting myself up. And I'm setting the day right. I am tuning in to that boss voice. I am giving him the center stage, and I am listening to what he has to say. And I have to keep reaffirming him. It's why my fitness and my nutrition is unbreakable. In this phase of 126 to greatness, I gave myself 10 days. I'm going to have 10 days off, which I think in retrospect was far too many. Way too many fucking days off. But I've used one. And I think I've got 18 days left, 17 days left. I'm not going to use them all. I think 5 might be a better option. But even within that, I had people asking about it, and they're like, oh, but your whole thing is no days off. And I was like, yeah, but you need to establish the boss voice as the main man, that he is the one running the fucking show. He is the one in charge, determining what you're going to do. He is smacking the crap out of the bitch voice, and the bitch voice is not even getting a word in. He is in charge and running the show. That's why the first 126 to greatness is 126 days, without exception. No days off, no missing, no breaks. Perfection for 126 days, because we are building the foundation for the boss man. We are building the foundation for that boss version of you to run the fucking show. You do that for 126 days, I guarantee you he is in charge. He is the one leading the charge of that day and every day, for as long as you continue to feed him. So then you can have little dip outs. Then you can, see if you can treat yourself, because the next day when you wake up, that boss man is in charge, and he's going to put you on the right track. He's going to put you right back where you need to be. None of this bitch voice whispering in your ear, oh, wasn't it yesterday fucking great? How about we do it again? No, none of that shit. Because that silver-tongued bastard can talk you into anything, and he will get you to give up on your hopes and dreams like no tomorrow. That silver-tongued man that's in your head knows all your weak points. He knows what to say. He knows the things that will get you to give up, to quit, to stop doing what is required. You cannot give that version of you a fucking inch, because he will take a mile, and take it from someone who has incredible discipline, who has built it. And I let that little voice in my head get the best of me. I let it speak up. I let it speak way too loud and clear and derail the shit out of me. Do not be that man. Do not be that version that you even give him an opening. As I said, you give him a second and he'll run a mile. He'll take your firstborn and he'll own you for the rest of your life. So you cannot let him in at all. Not for a second. Not until the boss man has been established. Not until the boss man is who you are through and through. That you don't even have to question whether you're going to show up. You don't have to question whether you're going to do the work. The only question you have is, how much do you have to give today? And the answer is always all of it. That's it. You need to build that version of you to be indestructible, to be the one who always shows up, to be the one who's running your life. As we've spoken about it many, many times before, your habits, thoughts, and actions are what are going to dictate your reality. And it's good news. You're in charge of your reality. You're the one in charge of everything you have in your life, everything that's showing up. So if you're not happy with it, fucking change it. But it starts by changing who you listen to, who you feed, who you give the ability to run your life. Because for as long as it's the bitch voice, as long as it's the weakest version of you, you ain't gonna fucking change. You don't have that within you to do it. Because as I said, he's a silver-tongued bastard. He knows how to whisper sweet nothings into your ear. He knows what to say to you to make you go, ooh, yeah, that does sound fucking good. That sounds fantastic. You know what would go down a real fucking treat today? Pizza. Wine, whiskey, ice cream, Swedish fish, Ben & Jerry's, all of that. Oh, sounds fucking divine. You've got to have that boss man, though, to step in and be like, yeah, that's cool and all. That'll taste nice in the moment, but that ain't fucking what we're doing. That ain't fucking who you are. You need to do what is required. You made a promise. You set the standard. And you have to set the standard long before the ego kicks in, long before your feelings and your emotions kick in. You have just simply decided that this is what is getting done. Therefore, it is getting done. And the boss man will ensure that. That's why I say you must have a written plan. It's why you must have it planned out from the get-go. That this is what is happening. This is the process. This is the program. This is what is happening. Because if it's preordained, it's much harder to convince yourself that that's not what you're going to do. That is then a definitive breaking of promises, a definitive breaking of the word to yourself. Whereas if it's like, I'll work out sometimes, I'll start to work out. The fuck does that even mean? What does that look like? If you worked out once this week, is that a win? If you worked out once this month, is that a win? Like, what are we talking about if you start to work out? No. For the next 30 fucking days, you're going to work out every single day. And here is what it's going to look like. Here is the actual breakdown of it. It's going to be a weighted walk with 10% of your body. It's going to be a weight room workout. And here it is based on whatever your goal is. Shredding, muscle building, mobility, strength. I don't know. But it's every fucking day, no matter what. Preordained, written in stone. You are getting that shit come hell or high water. That is what's happening. That is how you progress forward. That's how you make a difference in your life and become the man that you know you should be, want to be, and can be. You have to make these decisions. You have to make these really clear, abundant decisions. And I know that you can. I know that you have the capacity. You just have to start making those choices and clearly defining them. So, are you ready for that? Are you ready to be that version of you? Are you ready to go all in on yourself and do that work? Because if you are, you know what to do. You know that it's fucking game time. You know that you can have that capacity. So, let's stop beating around the bush. Let's stop pretending. Let's actually step into our power and actually make it a reality. So shoot me a message. Let's get you into chasing greatness. Let's begin the process. Let's start feeding the right guy. Get him the fuel and the nourishment he needs. Let's build up the boss man so that he can run the fucking show. Let's commit to a program. Let's preordain it. Let's write it in stone so that you can be that guy, so that you can become that version of you. Let's make that happen. So shoot me a message and get you into chasing greatness. Now, if you aren't quite ready for that, fine, so be it. Let's at least start the process. Click the link in my bio, grab my top 10 tools to transform your mental toughness. Lastly, if you took value from this, if this spoke to you, if there was something in there that inspired you, if you're ready to keep going down this journey, please like, comment, subscribe, and share it. I'm here every day, leading from the front, sharing my experiences as I go through this process. And I want to help you grow this. I want you to become the best version of yourself. So I'll be back again tomorrow. And until then.